A bit of competition experience, but getting Luke some experience on the adversity, the communication when stuff doesn't go the way you want it to, and just see how he can bounce back from that. So it's really a real good learning experience for Luke, I think, and having a ton of fun.
Thank you so much.
We're starting Angelo DiCico and Luke Parker, picking up their second event win of the competition, and likely to at least inside the top 10 in the overall standings. Opening heat for the 5th of 8 events for the women's team here on day number 3 of Water News. Hey, from beautiful Miami, Florida. Thanks so much for being with us, everybody. Looking to contact us along with Chris Linshaw and the group. Jimmy McGee has got a competition forward. Now, the women's event, just the only difference between the men is the women have to complete 2,500 meters on each row. The distance on the swim and the run remain the same.
I think once, like the sport of CrossFit, that we see a lot more now interval style events where you're having a working interval and then you have a recovery interval. What we need to really recognize is that you have to train both of those things. Are you able to maximize your recovery in a given amount of time? And what is that recovery protocol that you have? If you have a random protocol every single time, then there's no adaptation by the body. What you need to do is lock in that recovery protocol just like you would do your warm-up protocol. And if you practice that over and over, you create this muscle memory, and the body actually will accelerate the rate at which you can recover. Meaning you get more value out of it, and as you come into that next high-intensity interval, you're fresher, meaning you can go faster. And what you see is, and if you just watch it here on the screen, what you see is a lot of randomized behavior, meaning that they don't understand the value of that rest. It should be a ritual.
Event 5 is row, swim, run, presented by Tier. We start with the 2,500 meter row for the women, then that 250 meter swim, and then 2,400 meters on each run. 30-minute time cap as well. Blue City on your screen right now, the trio of Morgan Rouse, Sarah Rush, Taylor Stride.
You see Taylor Stride, the off athlete standing up in the back there. She is going to absolutely love this event. Collegiate swimmer at the University of St. Louis, the Mike Billikens, set multiple all-time records for St. Louis. If you remember back at the games this year during the team competition in Blue City, she absolutely dusted the field. There's some fun photos out there, if you can find them, where she's like 50 meters ahead of the rest of the pack. She absolutely loves swimming, and she's likely going to be the athlete that Blue City is going to push to get out in front on this swim portion.
Sarah Rush handing off down to Taylor Stride. Morgan Rouse was on the right side of the screen. Those are the runners that await on the Bayside stage.
It's amazing, isn't it, that one of them ends and this one starts right away. I mean, because I looked at the schedule today, and I mean, they've been going since 8:45 this morning.
Yeah.
And there was no room for error in that schedule. It literally was like this since 8:45. It's incredible how they put on this event, and they kept it on time.
40 plus collisions across the entire weekend. It's, like you said, it really is amazing. 2,000 athletes. That just makes my brain hurt.
I mean, and I know you guys are holed up here inside, but boy, it is so beautiful outside, and here they are. They're in the shade on this row, which makes it nice, and then they get to go in the water. The water is almost 80 degrees. There's no chill, and then they come out and they have a nice run at that 75-degree temperature. It's beautiful.
And that's not a bad way to just relax. It's been a Saturday.
10 Medball shoulder.
On the Tina Hills venue. Watch some really fit athletes go 2,500 meters.
Yeah, sit down, grab, keep up your feet. like Sean back in the day watching Dave Matthews?
Whoa. Easy.
Sorry, MXPX, I know you're
Well, I haven't, I've seen them once.
So here you can see the splits. You see the total time elapsed up top. We have a breakdown of calories, distance, the stroke rate, strokes per minute, and then the pacing, the number on the center right of the screen. You know, we used to see in our concept too, that number is nice and big and bold. That's usually what we pace off per 500 meters.
But it's nice that all that detail is sitting on just right in front of you on the screen. You don't have to shift through and look at cals. You don't have to look at the blocks. You don't have to look at speed on it. It's all sitting right there. So whatever data point that you're comfortable with, you can monitor your intensity based on that. Normally, athletes, what they have to do is they have to get comfortable.
10 wall walks?
What is my pace on wattage? What is it based on calories? What is it based on 500 meters? And you have to learn all of those. Here, you just need to know the ones that you prefer.
We saw just a second ago the stroke rate for the athlete was about 28 strokes per minute. You know, a few close friends of mine broke collegiate league. They were always amazed at the higher stroke rate that some CrossFitters would maintain. What's the big difference as far as finding what's comfortable for you versus what's most efficient?
It's the strength. And so part of, like for me, I rode 706 and my stroke rate is over 40. I just don't have the power of it. If you take a Jason Khalifa or a Roman Krennikov, Roman likes to row on a hammer of 10 on a concept 2 at a stroke rate of 18. But he's also pulling 2,000 calories an hour and he's really moving. The key here is it's the amount of pressure that you're
Take that on the shoulder.
That's what rowers talk about, is the amount of pressure. And here's what's interesting is that is a better approach having light pressure and a high stroke rate, or a very high amount of pressure and a low stroke rate. And from what I've talked about with the athletes in the previous heats is, if you have the strength, you can make this rower go faster, meaning you accumulate more meters by putting more pressure on the handle at a slower stroke rate. So if you have a choice between it, you could do it, a stroke rate of, let's say, 23 to 25, or 33 to 35, take the 23 to 25, but it requires more strength, more power.
If you were coaching some of these athletes, because I want to get back to the recovery thing, what would you recommend they do when they are not doing it?
So that's a great question. So if you're given up to 90 seconds, the best way to recover is sit and do nothing. Without a doubt, in a competition, you just want to find whatever, like, so when you see someone with their hands on their knees, that's fine.